Soviet aggression has increased tenfold already. We don't have the manpower to fight Stalin's armies on every front.
Commander, you did a fine job rescuing Einstein for us. Now, we are counting on you again. One of the passes we use for a supply route has been blocked by the Reds. A convoy from the 434th is due through in a matter of hours. The supplies they carry are critical to our war efforts. Nikos, what we have in that area to work with?
Not much, and time is against us.
You will have to make do. Clear the pass, so the convoy can get to safety. Their lives rest in your hands. Go!
Welcome back to Command & Conquer Red Alert for PlayStation, and welcome to the second Allied mission.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Here we go. This is the second Allied mission in which we have to establish a base and free the way for our convoy. We do have a number of troops here, among them medics. The build menu works a little bit different than the one in the PC version. Instead of selecting directly from the sidebar, you select one of these categories here. You have units, naval units. It's essentially like the Red Alert 2 construction menu with some more categories, except you can't select stuff directly. So let's build our refinery. We do get a lot of troops here. In fact, we do get enough troops to just kill everyone in the Soviet base without even building up an army. But I think we can... yeah, let's just kill you. You can stay back a little bit. You know what? Let's just get over the Soviets. This game here is a... yeah, let's kill you if you would come for me. No, you do not. Okay, that's alright. Oh, here you are. There we go. This game here has controls as a default, but to once it's a bit of a pain. With the PlayStation mouse, the sensitivity is quite high, but you can... there we go. Ooh, that just burned all of those guys. But you can thankfully turn it down if you have a mouse that does that. And unfortunately, there's no hybrid control. So if there are, I haven't found out how to activate them. So I didn't find a way to... there we go. Let's build that here. Do I want a second one? Yeah, I think I do. No way to, let's say, move the map with the controller and then use the mouse for unit selection and stuff. That doesn't seem to be possible. It's either all controller or all mouse from what I can see. It's not too bad. The game doesn't have a difficult selection either, so... actually, wait, so it does, so to take that back. It doesn't have it for the first Command & Conquer, but the first Command & Conquer doesn't have that in general, so I don't know why I made that statement. And there are some differences, but it's a fairly accurate port. It mostly looks a bit different and the controls are different, but the actual design and stages and whatnot are not. Alright, let's take out their production facilities. Let's destroy their canal and let's blow up these barrels here before they get blown up while I'm standing next to them. Let's murder their barracks because that's always a source of hassle for me. And here we have the building. You guys can see the buildings they kind of zoom. Well, they fade in. They don't zoom in. They do zoom you in when you win the mission. So that looks quite fancy. Does it not? There we go. And here we go. Got some of that. Let's get some other buildings going. I'm not quite sure how this game here handles the next Allied mission where... oh, there we go. Where you have to defend this pass again and take out the Soviet commander because you have the password. So I'm not quite sure whether this is still saved. It doesn't matter too much. We're just going to expand our base here a little bit and then we're going to murder all these buildings. When all the buildings are dead, the Soviets come for you, which is actually good, so you don't have to worry about chasing them across the entire map. Also... oh yeah, I do have... I'll get even more reinforcements. They're really generous here. They will not be as generous in later missions. And the soundtrack it sounds a little bit different, but I think it's actually perfectly fine. It might not even be different, but it sounds a little bit different to me. Who got killed there, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. What I could do is sell my construction yard and then take over their construction yard with, or their arms factory. With the engineer I get from the construction yard, I actually did that when I played this game a while back, but it's not really necessary. So what can we build here? We can build some, I guess we can build some rocket soldiers. Unfortunately you can't queue units, but that's fine. Let's just build one more of these. It might not be necessary, we might just get a fixed base when we play this mission again, but you know what, who cares? Doesn't really matter. This mission is fairly easy and not too much of a hassle. The speed of the game seems to be a little bit different as well. The speed here we have, it feels like it's between the regular speed of the PC version and the second lowest speed. It kind of feels in between, but again, it doesn't really matter, and to be honest, it's probably for better that this game runs a little bit slow, which makes it a little bit easier to control. Some of these missions with the controller are an absolute nightmare, especially the Counterstrike missions. Some of those are absolutely unforgiving, like the babysitting mission in Greece, the one where you have to babysit Styros. That's just an absolute nightmare. That's already difficult enough, and then on this console here with a controller, not the mouse, it's just don't. Okay, let's build another one of these. So the Soviets should now come for me, and I can essentially just clear them out like that. Yeah, you can just hang around here. Oh, insufficient fence. That's sad, but it's okay. Let's build some defenses here, because why not? And let's build another one of these power plants here. And that's essentially it. Once we have murdered all these guys, the countdown ends and the convoy comes through, which is a good piece of design, that we don't have to... Also, look how blue these buildings are. That we don't have to wait for the building, for the countdown to end, even though we have killed everyone. So that's a nice piece of design. Yeah, there we go. So that was everyone. Let's blow up these barrels here. And then we just have to wait for the convoy to get through. The convoy is very green. And I think we are running low on ore here, aren't we? Yeah, we definitely are, but that's okay, because it's not like we need anything. Let's just not bother with that anymore, and let's wait for you to get through. I don't think they ever tell you what's in here, and maybe it's chronosphere parts or so. Will probably be Iron Curtain parts in the Soviet missions, because everything's about Iron Curtain, even though it's... In this game, to be honest, it's not that great, but oh well. Yeah, that's it for the second mission. Not too much of a challenge, but that's to be expected. A nice way to get you into base building and introduce you to some of the Soviet units. It's going to get more challenging later on. Look at that unrevealed terrain. Yeah, the fog of war here is actually very smooth. Yeah, some of the things are actually a little bit better. Oh, more reinforcements? Even more? Really? Well, I'm not going to complain. And there we go. And that was it. We get another password. We only needed 12 minutes and 8 seconds for this. We could have done it a little bit faster, but who cares? And yeah, I shall see you in the next mission. Thanks for watching, and take care.